3 ways to become a digital nomad in 2021. What is up, guys? Logan Trudell here. And if you didn't know, the Great Resignation is upon us. As of August 2021, the Labor Department has reported 4.3 million Americans have quit their jobs. Now, this may sound like a very daunting statistic, but when you look at it through a magnifying glass, to me, it is a very beautiful statistic because this means more people are waking up to their worth. They're waking up to the fact that if they're going to be treated bad by an employer that doesn't care about them in a job that they don't really like, then they're going to figure out a different way to do things. And that's beautiful to me. It's what I had to do when I was a registered nurse, and I felt that the career did not meet the expectation of what I thought it was going to be when I first went into it. And so I ended up quitting after 2 years, and I booked a one-way ticket to South America, where I've been ever since. And what I learned before I made this pretty drastic decision to some is that there are people all around the world working less hours than you, making maybe even less money than you, and they're happier. How could this be? Well, the lifestyle, especially in the States, of live to work it's not working for a lot of people, and more people are waking up to the fact that that's not what they want out of life. They want more time for themselves. They want more time for their family. They want more money in the bank account so they can go do things that they enjoy. They want to have the time to actually do those things instead of just working all the time. And they want location independence. They want to be able to go to beautiful countries and crazy places and have cultural experiences and have experiences in their life. When they look back, they can say, wow, that was fun. This is what being a digital nomad is all about. So if you clicked on this video, either you are looking to become one, you already are one, or you have just quit your job, or you plan to quit your job, and you want more freedom. That's ultimately what most people want, is more freedom. And in this video, I'm going to talk all about the 3 ways you can unlock this freedom by becoming an online professional, aka a digital nomad. So stick around to the end of the video so you can get all the juice. Let's jump in. Now, before we dive into how to become a digital nomad, let's go ahead and look at what a digital nomad is. So for me, in my own definition, a digital nomad is someone who has more freedom than the standard person working in a 9-to-5. Now, there are 3 levels of freedom, and we need all 3 of them in order to be our fully actualized self. The 3 levels of freedom are financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom, aka location independence. So if you have all the time in the world, but you don't have money to go do the things you want, then you're not completely free. If you are in a wonderful country, or you can go to a bunch of different countries, but you don't have time, then you're not really free. So in order to be completely free, we need to work on all 3 categories. And it's a never-ending evolution and balance, because if you want to become more financially free and you don't have a lot of money, but you are location independent and you do have time, then you're going to have to focus a lot of your time on making the money. And it's a triangle that you just have to balance through time. But the people that I know who are the most free, they have these 3 things balanced completely, to where they have all the time in the world because they have accumulated massive wealth and they can go anywhere they want. They live beautiful lives because they have done the internal work needed in order to build this. And it's a lifestyle that not many people are going to be able to achieve if they continue to put all their time and energy into an employer instead of into themselves. And that's what this channel is all about, helping you guys be able to balance and cultivate these 3 areas of your lives so that you can have more freedom. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do so. Epic content coming your way. And now that you understand what a digital nomad is, let's go ahead and look at how you can make it happen. So number 1, remote work. Remote work is great for those of you who are not completely ready to make a leap and move to another country or even another state. You can do remote work in the same city that you're working at now. You can work for an employer, and the pandemic has allowed this to happen for more companies. You can work from home or another location. Now, the con of remote work is you're still confined to an employer, and many employers are still going to want employees to show up to the office every now and again, because it's hard to keep track of people when they're at their houses. So there are a multitude of options for remote work. There's a long list of things. It depends on your skill set. So if you have a skill set in sales, you're going to have an easier job finding remote work. If you have no experience in sales, you could probably still find a sales position, but it's going to be at a much lower rate. So you have to see what your current skill set is. If you are super niche down in medicine and you are a surgeon, a neurosurgeon, it's going to be harder to find remote work. Now, telemedicine is an option, so let's cross that one off the list. But if you're super niche down in a certain area and you want to completely leave that field, then you're going to have to find either a way to circumnavigate your current skill set into something you can use, or find a new skill set. The websites I recommend for finding remote work are flexjobs.com, We Work Remotely, and Remote OK. Now, if you want to be completely location independent, there are remote work jobs that allow this. But bear in mind, you may still have to work within the confines of the company's schedule. So if you want to move to Thailand, you are still working for a company in the US, you're either going to have to completely flip your schedule in Thailand to work at those hours, or you're not going to be able to work for that company. Number 2, freelance work. Now, freelance work has been made very popularized by sites like Fiverr and Upwork. To be a freelancer, you have a specific skill set, and think of it as being a private contractor. You are going out into the marketplace and you're saying, hey, I have this skill set like copywriting, and I know you have this project that you're working on. Hire me as a copywriter for this one project, pay me X amount, and that is the deal. Now, over time, you can develop long contracts with people, but as a freelancer in general, a lot of times it's a one-off contract, so you have to be very good at marketing yourself and developing a portfolio and clientele network in order to stay successful in the field. Common skill sets for freelancers include developers, so programming and coding, copywriter, designer, think of like ClickFunnels, somebody designing websites, photography, videography, really big now. If you can get skilled in videography, there are so many YouTubers now that need your assistance, as well as businesses that are running marketing campaigns. Marketing is another big one. If you know another language, translation is another skill set that you can market. Any skills in finance, accounting is always needed. And then SEO is really big, especially with YouTube and Google. This is search engine optimization. So being able to help people pick the correct words on their websites so they can go up in the algorithms. Although I mentioned Fiverr in the beginning and Upwork, if you want to become a freelancer, this one tip I'm going to give you will change the game for you. Don't go to these companies because they're like a middleman. And what will end up happening is you're going to be competing with people in really low income countries that are fighting for the American dollar. And it's going to make it really hard for you to, one, build a portfolio, and two, make any money. So if you go onto Fiverr and you're selling your services for literally $5 on the hour, you are doing yourself a disservice, the clientele a disservice. So what you want to really do is build your own portfolio, and you can do this by picking a niche subject like copywriting and only focusing on that. You don't want to be the copywriter that also does videography and SEO, because you're not going to be able to build a client base that says this is what this guy does and he's really good at it. So with your skill set, what you're going to do is do some free work and build a portfolio and reach out to the people who you helped and find more people who are in need of this service. And once you have a strong portfolio, you can go and find people to work for 10 times the price of what you would find on Upwork and Fiverr. Many people are selling themselves short on Fiverr and working their asses off for very low margins. And all in all, the pros of being a freelancer is you're not tied to an employer, but the cons are you have to find the work on your own, and it requires a lot of self-discipline. And you also have to cultivate a skill set. Number 3, online business owner. This is what I do now. I am a coaching consultant to help people understand their purpose on this planet, what they really want to do, and how to leverage their skill sets, their personality, and who they are into building lives of time, financial, and location independence. And being an online business owner isn't only in coaching. Obviously, you can do products, services, but I specialize in knowledge. So if you understand or have been able to do something that many people need help with, then you can monetize that. For example, I had eczema and I was very sick, and I was able to heal myself. I've been able to work with people one-on-one healing their eczema. So that's just an example of what you can do in the coaching space, but that is not discounting all of the other areas of being a business owner. Now, depending on who you are and what your risk aversion level is, I would recommend for somebody who is more fearful and isn't ready to just jump completely in, you go remote work and then freelance and then business owner. But I just went straight to business owner. Big learning curve, huge challenges. Some months you have no idea where the money's gonna come in. And that's the path I chose. I love it. So it all depends on you. And if you want more clarity on this topic, I have a free PDF. You can go ahead and download that here or in the description section below. It is the 3 keys to unlocking location independence. We talk about everything in this video and much, much more. So check that out if you're interested, and go ahead and add me on Instagram at It's Logan Trudell. Shoot me a message and we can talk all about unlocking freedom. And I want you guys to know, if you are in a period of your life where you have to make a big transition, a big decision, you got this. There are millions of people who are in a similar situation, although it may feel very scary to you. Many people are also going through this. So trust in yourself, focus on understanding yourself more and exactly what you want, and you will be able to get closer to your goals. And if you like this video, go ahead and check out this video over here on why I quit my job as a registered nurse and moved abroad. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Ciao.